So here we go. Oh, shoot. What's that? Oh, yeah, that's that. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. Because it reset everything. Isn't that fun? Now I can't think I can do it. Let's see, can I do it? What's that? Oh, yeah, that's that. Oh, I don't see my cursor. This is it. Maybe this is it. Nope, that's Google. All right. So this, oh man, can't, let me see if I can do this. I gotta find it first. Rats, there it is, okay. Where are we? Anybody listening out there? Is there anyone that really cares? I do.
Of course.
All right, here we go.
Bill's there.
Who?
Daniel Anderson.
All right. Hey, just pretend this didn't happen, okay? All right, we're going to start it right now.
At Nature, viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
It's not playing.
Be the Macho Man, Savage, and you're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com, the best in the business. So say it, the Macho King.
I would like to say hello to the Trash Talking Radio Show. This is the Fabulous Moolah. And I would like to say hello to Trash, and because he's such a sweet guy.
Oh, hey folks, this is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to TrashTalkingRadio.com every Tuesday from 7 to 10. Tough guy. Oh!
Hi everybody, this is Seika, and you've been listening to Trash Talking Radio on every Tuesday from 7 to 10. Listen, it's fun.
This is Sir Oliver Humperdinck, and when I'm around the audio room at the House of Humperdinck, on Tuesday nights, you can bet I'm tuned in to Mike Trash and Trash Talking Radio from 7 to 10 Eastern. Be there.
The Trash Talking Radio Show. You want some? Come get some. You don't like me? Bite me. Oof, oof, oof.
From coast to coast and around the world, it's the Trash Talking Radio Show, live every Tuesday.
This is Sir Oliver Humperdinck, and when I'm... Hi, this is Terry Taylor. Join me every Tuesday night from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com.
All right, Trash Talking Radio. All right, there's the playlist. Here we go. Boom. There we are. All right, for those of you on the mix, thank you for staying with me. For those of you wherever else you are, sorry for being late.
Better late than never.
Or if you watch the first clip, you can find out what happened. We just blacked out. This server's going to be the death of me. I swear it is. I spent hours upon hours working on this thing in the past couple days. And, like, I don't even know what other rooms I have. I just know that I'm really frustrated by this stuff. So I need to get me a technician, one of my own, a Trash Talking Radio technician. So let's see. All right. So there's us. We're up and running. Okay, that's a good side. All right. Let's get this thing on the road. Oh, man, I'm telling you that this kind of thing, this will be the death of me. There's some things that, you know, we think that aren't going to kill us. And then we find out there are some things that are going to kill us. And I think it's going to be this show. It's going to be the death of me. So, our last show of the year. So if you wanted to know if we're on next week, nope. And if you want to know we're on the following week, nope.
I still think we should do...
I know.
You know, rocking with Trash Talking New Year's Eve.
Wow. Problem is, we can't rock because they'll hit us up for copyrights.
Use
Like-
your own music.
Well, nobody wants to hear all that except me and you. So I guess that's all that matters. Just check Twitch. We're there. We're YouTube. We're on Twitter. And we're on the Facebook. And we're on the Mix. All right. Everything's running. All the streams are now running. So thank you for hanging in there. I'm sorry for the tardiness, even though there we go. Uh-oh.
I don't like that sound.
All right, I got to figure out what it is. Ah. second. Oh, that's why. Okay. Check. 1, 2. All right. So,
I don't have anything.
right. You will now. So, it'll come on in a few seconds.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got sound again. Okay. So if you were listening, I did say hi, Debbie. But everything we've said prior to this had no
Good.
sound.
At least we know.
All right.
We may not understand, but we know.
I'm telling you.
I'm glad this is the last show of the year.
Yeah, I don't think I could take another one like this.
And you wanted to do one on New Year's Eve.
I think we should. Rocking with Trash Talking Radio.
Then this wouldn't be the last show of the year.
You're welcome to do one.
No.
I'm not going to do it. I got to relax after this.
I was going to say, don't say you need beauty sleep because you ain't getting it.
I know, no matter how much sleep I get. Just making sure that that's not echoing. So, because I had to pin the volume by site. So.
No, it isn't.
Okay, we're good. All right. All right, now. Okay, so this is right.
Rot Bear!
Okay, now.
Who?
So, the first one, let's do the first one first. Or actually, the second one first. Star Wars. I can tell you, this is the one I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
This is, without a doubt, the coolest one. You're noisy.
I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, what's that?
What?
I'm hearing a buzz. What is that?
I don't know what you're hearing, but I'm not hearing it.
You don't hear the humming?
Here's
Oh, that's speaking.
There we go. You hear me out there? Couldn't figure this out. I don't know why we lost volume. Check. Check. Okay. Try this again. See if this is... working. This is driving me crazy. Why is this happening?
Because it's the last show of the year and it's Tuesday night.
Maybe. All right, we'll try this again.
The last show of the year and it's Tuesday night.
No sound.
No sound. Oh, wait a minute. It's very low, though.
What? Okay, keep that up so I can figure out which one it is. All right. So there you go. It's the first movie.
Oh, wait a minute. It's very low, though.
Wait, what's this? Oh, an extended. It's extended. So there you go. It's the first. Wait, what's this? Oh, an extended. It's extended. This is going to be really good. I can tell you right now. Just looking at the trailer, it's definitely gonna rock anything that we've seen this year. So I just stop it so Lucasfilms don't sue us or whatever. This is going to be really good. I can tell you right now. I heard rumors that they're going to turn her bad.
I don't know.
I don't know either because the script has been really closely held in secrecy. So I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. And there is Adam Driver, my hero. I don't know either because the script has been really closely held in secrecy. So I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. And there is Adam Driver, my hero. Oh, by the way, the this next line is important. So does that mean he's going to die? I mean, I guess it's metal. And that's the other thing that's really interesting. She died. Where's that? There, right there. She died 2 movies ago or whatever, and she's still in it. She's never gonna leave the movies.
She's like Stan Lee, who always pops up in the movies.
Yeah, probably. But I actually am excited about her. I think she definitely will have an interesting role considering she wasn't there. She's still in it. She's never gonna leave the movies.
She's like Stan Lee, who always pops up in the movies.
Yeah, probably. But I actually am excited about her. I think she definitely will have an interesting role considering she wasn't there.
She's like Stan Lee, who always in the movies.
Now, my question is this. What will they do at the end of this 3? You know they're not going to give it up because they made a lot of money off this movie.
Of course.
So, are they going to keep um, Adam Driver as the new Darth Vader, or are they going to start over with a new story altogether, or and that also I'm curious, like what kind of money is Adam Driver getting at this point? Because it's not his first one. Usually they make chump change the first movie, and then from there, you have to they have to pay a little more. But I'm curious because we know that's not the end of Star Wars. They'd be crazy if they, because they didn't pay $4.6 billion to just make 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 movies. They're going to make a ton of movies off of this because that's what they do. So I think it would be interesting. So, but without a doubt, this is going to be the biggest movie of the year. So
I think so.
And that's saying a lot. But you think about it. Disney owns this. They own Marvel. They had huge movies this year, and this isn't the end. There's going to be a lot more movies, but they made a lot of money off of their movie division this year. So nobody's making money except Disney, pretty much. I mean, DC's not making any money, so I don't know. They got a nice franchise going. Okay, so you're not gonna let me save this. I'm trying to send the trailer out for people to watch, and then I don't see where. All right, work with me here now. Give me the trailer. Is that it? Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm sure you can all find it. It's gonna be. Oh, here it is. Maybe. No, that's not it. Share the video. Here we go. All right. So. All right. So that's the first movie. Let me put this in. Oops. Where are you at? Share the video. Here we go. Where'd I go? I lost it. Wait, it's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Twitter. All right. So that's the first movie. Log in and tweet. That's what they all say. All right, that one's done. The second one is Cats. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one.
I am.
Of course. I am really. It wouldn't kill me to see it because I like a lot of the people who are in it.
Right.
But not my first choice. So here we go. What?
Nothing.
You look like something happened. Oh, you know what? I gotta switch this so that you can see a better picture. Better, bigger picture.
Say that 5 times fast.
That 5 times fast.
So, hey Jason, how you doing?
Nothing.
We're about to preview Cats, so if you want to keep your man card, you might want to leave the room. I lost mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's the one making the noise? I'm hearing it.
What?
Gotta figure out who it is. I heard these dings. That too. What was that? I hear this. When am I hearing these? All right. Okay, hit this. this. And hit this. All right. All right, here comes Cats. Aha. Okay. Okay, how did I sell it at?
Spotlight. And a drum roll, please. Milk! It's party time. The most deserving cat will be reborn into another life. So they can be who they've always dreamed of being. What's your name?
Cat got your tongue?
Here we go!
Don't mess with the crazy cat lady.
Now it is time to make the trace.
Right, well, that's not going to work, is it? That's what I say to you.
Cross paws. Come, we're about to begin. I love it.
So there you go. All right. So there you go. Okay. Okay, silence it. How do I silence it? Well, I could do that down here. I didn't think of that. Well, I could do that with down here. I didn't think of that. I heard it. Oh, shoot. I heard it. Oh, shoot. I heard it. Check. I turned it off. There we go. I turned it off. Why can't I find the... that means it's delaying again. That means it's delaying again. Check. All right. Which one's causing the issue now? All right. Which one's causing the issue now? Check. 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 I don't know which one it is. Check. Check. Ah, this drives me crazy. Ah, this drives me crazy.
It's a short drive.
Check. One of these is causing the issue, and I don't know which one it is. I need you to check this stream again. Got to figure out why it's doing that. It's really weird. Okay, just about all of them is turned off so far. Check. This is crazy.
It's still on.
Is it sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well then if it's sounding okay, I'm not going to worry about it. But the delay thing is what we ran into, and it kept over delaying before, and it caused all kinds of chaos. So, just to be safe, I turned things down a little bit. Okay, all right. So that's Cats. Okay, all right. So that's Cats. See, that's annoying as anything. Got to figure out what that is. Check, check, check. See, when I turn it down, it doesn't seem to do it. Ugh. Anyway, all right. The third movie is... Okay, there's Cats. The third movie is She's Missing.
Where'd
now,
she go?
Huh? Yeah, I don't know. She's somewhere. It's kind of like where my brain is right now. It's missing, and hopefully that won't be. I don't know how many theaters this is going to be in. I haven't even seen a trailer for it yet. So, just kind of. There we go. Okay, here we go. This is the last of the trailers.
I saw Jane 2 weeks ago at the rodeo. Look at me. Do I look like a queen?
We may love our country, but we want something better for ourselves.
I'm gonna be a rodeo queen this year. I'm gonna win that crown. I think something might have happened to her. Hey, Jane. Give me a call. Worried about you.
I have no idea what this is about.
Jane! Her back door was open. She's not a runaway. No, she's missing. Do you know this woman?
You best stop looking for your friend. She's the trouble.
Ever see this girl? Sarah. She's still missing. Have you seen Jane? Yeah, Jane. Where do you think she was going?
Some of the guys say that by the mines.
The desert is swelling you up.
I got something to help you find Jane. You're lost, aren't you? There are two types of people in this world.
This is probably an independent film, so that's why you probably don't know anything about it. And I don't think I've seen this trailer in any theater.
No, I don't remember.
So, it's an indie thing. I'm going to stop it there because I think we've seen enough. Okay, so you already gave me your numbers. I said it was, actually we all three said it was going to be Star Wars first, Cats second, and She's Missing third. And I have the high of 120 million for Star Wars. Cats, I have the high at 15 million. Wow, you have the low of that of 8.
Mm-hmm.
You might be right with the way things are lately. And She's Missing. Ashley has the low of 1 million. I have the high. Oh no, you have the high of 2.5 million. And the big three. We all said Star Wars was going to be first. We all said Jumanji was going to be number 2. Trish said Frozen was going to be number 3, and Ashley and I said Cats were going to be number 3. So that's the movies as we know it.
It should be interesting, but it'll be 3 weeks, so.
Well, we'll know what the answer is. I'll check it next week, and so. All right. Anyway. What is that? What'd you send me?
Something about Tracy Smothers.
Oh. Well, that, I'm assuming not good, right?
Right.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. I don't know what he's doing. Let me see what it says. Diagnosed with oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. I feel for him. So, all right. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Next. Oh, there we go. Let's see. That's playing, so I don't need that. All right. Let's go on to the next thing. All right. News. Movie news. Entertainment news.
Are we going to do our Deadpool picks off the air? Like the 3 weeks that we're off?
Prepare to make first picks the first show.
Okay.
So if anybody dies the first couple weeks, no points.
We can't count those.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, are you ready?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
That's why I asked.
I was gonna say I'm not ready. All right. All right. We were talking quickly. Well, we were talking at some point about the Clint Eastwood movie Richard Jewell.
Yeah.
Had a $5 million weekend, but it was killed by controversy over the real-life female reporter. So the controversy was something about, it was something like this. They used the real name of the reporter.
Right.
But they didn't use the real name of the FBI agent. And that's what the controversy is if you're going to use the real name of somebody, you should use the real name of both somebodies.
Right.
Now, she had died already, so, I mean, there's not a problem with that from that perspective, but there we go. The problem is, like I said, they used, now it says, update, it says Richard Jewell was killed at the box office with just a $5 million weekend. The movie's excellent, and the whole thing is a shame. If you really should see it, because even if you weren't alive or weren't aware,
I wasn't aware, but I found it very interesting.
I was aware of the issue, but I didn't know what the resolution was. So actually, it was very good, because last time, if you had asked me anything about Richard Jewell, I would have said, oh yeah, he's that guy that bombed Atlanta.
Right.
He's not the man that bombed Atlanta, because we found out that
His
who
friend.
was.
Mm-hmm.
But, I just think it's interesting because it was led up, we didn't tell anybody who the right person was that bombed. And actually, the reporter had realized her mistake, but she didn't write a retraction. So, I mean, you would think that when you make a mistake that big, that ruins her life, he was lucky he ended up getting a job in the long run, but the stress he was under was tremendous.
Right.
And the whole matter that he had to live with that, it'd be difficult because all the people thought you did it, and to this day we all thought he did it. I did, and so I kind of found it interesting that they never actually retracted it.
Well, I think he should have went after and sued for defamation of character.
He should have, and he may have. We don't know that. We don't know if he did or not. But I don't know. It says here that basically the reporter named Scruggs. I think it was Scruggs was the reporter.
Mm-hmm.
It says here the AJC is conducting a war. AJC is the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Is conducting a war against the movie, denying that the late reporter Kelly Scruggs would have done such a thing. Such a thing is slept with the FBI agent to get the information. And so everyone who Scruggs has spoken out, including her colleague and her family, all agreement that she was unconventional. She wore short skirts, and Scruggs wouldn't have crossed that line. Personally, I think anybody that thinks that she didn't cross that line, she still did the wrong thing. Even if the bottom line is she never did a retraction, and to this day, I would have thought that that he was guilty. So, in my eyes, it's not. She's dead. It doesn't matter. No one's going to make fun of her because she did that, because she's already dead. But personally, it was really uncool the way they did that. So it was a really good movie. I think that if you didn't see Richard Jewell, definitely go see that. I'm really bummed that it only got $5 million, because it really was a good movie. And I think the problem is that a lot of people didn't realize what it was, and they really only advertised that a little bit towards the last couple of weeks. I didn't even know it was coming out. So, I mean, I thought Clint Eastwood was dead.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll smack you.
Hey. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Mary. Hi, Troy. And hi, Jason. Anyway, so, that was a good movie. And, I really found that the way they did that movie was really kind of cool. And it says here that Richard Jewell, Black Christmas, they flopped. Uncut Gems and Bombshell, it says Uncut Gems and Bombshell break out. I don't know what that means, because they were only out in a couple theaters. So it says here the news for Jumanji, The Next Level, $19.4 million on Friday, and it ended up being $59 million, I think it was. It says did good, but it was grim for everything else. Blumhouse and Universal's Black Christmas earned a frankly miserable $1.8 million on Friday. What did we say that was? It was, let's see here. Let's see, Black Christmas did $4.2 million, which was really, really horrible. And Bombshell did $317,000, and Uncut Gems did $537,000. However, that was done in only a couple theaters, so it's not it's really surprising that that it did that horribly. Except that when you think about how few of theaters it was in, it makes sense. So I don't know. It was a good time to put out a movie though, because nobody went to see any of those movies. I think Black Christmas was a remake, and Uncut Gems looks interesting because it's Adam Sandler, and he's playing an Al Pacino role. He, kind of found that interesting that that didn't do. Well, of course, it was only out in 5 theaters. So you can't really judge a film by 5 theaters. Next week, that could be, one of those two could be number 3.
True, that is true.
Because that's going to open nationwide, and Adam Sandler could actually do something with that. So I found it interesting though, because neither of those were in any of our theaters, so I couldn't see it.
That's because we don't live in New York or California.
Or wherever, yeah, that's right. So it's there's advantages to living there, but Jumanji was actually interesting the way they did that. I really loved the fact that The Rock had to pretend to be 2 different people, and he did a good job of being. And so did Kevin Hart, and so did Jack Black. Actually, those 3 actually did a good job of pretending to be one of those other people. So I liked that movie a lot, and I usually like The Rock's movies anyway, but it definitely shows him growing as an actor, because he was able to be one of those other people. He was able to be Danny DeVito, which to me was a riot anyway, because taking on his mannerisms and all that stuff. And but that was good. I really enjoyed that movie a lot. So since we've been going to movies,
okay,
and I'm talking, let's say, I'm saying, since actually we've been going to movies early. I mean, I'm talking a long time ago. How many times has the place changed hands over across the river, the AMC. It's changed hands a bunch, and actually, it's going to change hands again. AMC is being bought. AMC is a big company.
Are you buying them?
No, not me.
Oh.
Actually, it's a merger. They're going to merge with the number 2 North American cinema operator. Well, I should say, a merger will bump AMC to the number 2 North American cinema operator.
As long as they don't get rid of the A-list plan. I like that.
I thought you were going to say the big pretzel.
Yeah, well, that too.
Well, according to this, it says here, UK-based cinema group, Cineworld Group PLC will pay $2.13 billion for the Canadian theater operator Cineplex, which will bump Leawood-based AMC Entertainment off its throne as North America's biggest. Wait a minute, maybe I'm wrong about this.
No, it looks like it's going to knock them down one.
Oh, okay. I misread that. Okay. So, number 2 is AMC now.
Well, after the merger, yeah.
So, AMC is number 1 now.
Yeah.
Okay, I read this wrong. See, that's what happens when you read it wrong. So, AMC is number 1. See, now that's interesting because... Okay. Well, I just totally lost. I just read it wrong, and I thought...
That's why you should wear your glasses.
No, I should have less things to do, like fixing the server. Anyway, it says here that it'll bump AMC off its throne. Okay, all right. So it says after Cineworld acquires Cineplex and pairs with Regal Cinemas. Okay, so Regal is number 2 and is going to be bumped to number 1.
That's the only way they can get to be number 1.
Well, I like Regal better than AMC, but just because of the circumstances, we took the AMC thing.
I like Regal because they're on this side of the river. They're easier for me to remember which ones are over there. But I like AMC because they have big pretzels.
That's right. That is one reason to like them.
Delicious.
They're also very big.
Yes.
So.
Pound and a half.
Yeah.
Delicioso.
Anyway. All right, so that's I misread that. So that means there's going to be that merger. It says here, AMC remains the largest operator in the world, reporting 11,000 screens in 1,000 theaters. So whereas we're talking about the companies will add 165 cinemas and 1,600 screens to the UK's 786 cinemas and 9,498 screens. So I guess somehow through, wow, that's interesting how AMC will be number 2, but that has to be in, I'm assuming that would be in revenue. They'll be number 1 in revenue because Regal is more expensive than AMC is. Well, for us. So, anyway, that's interesting. I just didn't, I read that wrong and I thought, wow, that sounds interesting. And then after reading it again, realized that I was wrong. So.
You're allowed.
Yeah.
But that's your only mistake for this year. No more.
I won't have any more for this year. So a lot of people that have Comcast out there get fed up with Comcast. I'm included. But there's ways to save money if you have Comcast.
Yeah, I heard that they had like people for low income.
Oh.
That Comcast. So I'm like, I want to take a look at that. I mean, I know I don't qualify for it, but...
Well, the thing about how to save money on Comcast Xfinity by cutting the cord. Now, I've been telling you about cutting the cord for years and years because I have a Roku and I watch all kinds of stuff on the Roku and stuff like that. But I also mentioned it when I was doing this last round of negotiating to get a better deal. You can negotiate with Comcast to get a better deal because all you got to do is say, I'm thinking of going with YouTube, or I'm thinking of going with one of the services out there. Well, the other, the Sling TV and stuff like that, they're all out there cutting into Comcast pricing's going up December 18th. So that's going up tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, the thing is, your basic cable is now going to go up. What is it? It says the basic cable is will be increasing from $30 to $35 without adding any additional fees and charges, and the cost of Comcast basic TV package is $49.95. However, you take a look at what is out there. Sling, you can have Sling Orange or Sling Blue for $25 a month, or you can get both of them for $40 a month. That gives you a ton of channels. Philo is a new one I found out about. It's for $20 a month. You get nearly 60 channels. Friendly TV for $5.99 a month. None of these guys have a intro-free service or anything so far. Actually, the Sling had a special deal that for the first 3 months you get $25 a month for both Orange and Blue, whatever it is. It says not looking for live TV, you can go to Hulu, but they have a live TV too. They have a Hulu Live, I think. So there are ways to save money by not getting the Comcast stuff, and I may end up giving them up because I just, the channels I watch are just, I have thousands of channels that I don't watch, and I think it's crazy to pay for them and not watch it. The only channels I want, I can get from one of these services and pay less money. So
right.
I don't know. I just I let them talk me into staying for a little while. So when I get my new bill and it's more, then I'll make my decision and say, hey, I'm going to cut you out.
Yeah, I think it's time,
Yeah, it's just stupid. They make a lot of money. NBC, is it NBC that owns Comcast? I think Comcast is NBC. So they make so much money. It's unbelievable. So anyway, I just found that interesting because, I definitely believe that everybody wants to save money, and there's no reason to pay the money that they charge you. So, all right, that's that. Then, on the other hand, we've talked about this, and we know that there are ways to save money by going to an illegal service, but I like to keep it all above ground. So there's 2 illegal streaming service sites so massive that they dwarf Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu. So these companies, what they do is they have all the content of all these companies, but you don't have to pay the amount that Comcast or one of the cable companies would charge you. Okay, what did I do? I guess I just closed that. Gotta open that again. Try it again. All right, there we go. So why did that? Okay. All right, so these companies have a huge library because I don't know where they get the library. Somehow they find the libraries, I guess. And all right, now I got to get back to that page. There we go. Says, in spite of the fact that consumers have an abundance of choice when it comes to streaming video services to pay for, there are thousands of people who would prefer to pay an alternative for Netflix, Disney Plus, and the like, for an alternative solution. Over the weekend, the U.S. Justice Department, thanks to the work of FBI investigators, announced guilty pleas from 2 Las Vegas-based programmers accused of running massive illegal streaming services. So they have more content than Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, and Amazon Prime combined. And according to the Department of Justice, not only that, the programmers were able to convince tens of thousands of people in the U.S. to actually forego legitimate sites like Netflix and pay to subscribe to their sketchy service instead. So, got to be careful when you go to an alternative service that's actually legit, and you're not going to get in trouble for doing it. So, and also, if you do decide to do that, go to a non-legitimate service, get a VPN. That way people can't see what you're watching.
A very personal noogie?
Close.
Oh, okay.
It's a personal network, virtual personal network. Private, virtual private network. So you definitely should do that. So you definitely don't want to get caught because they just look down upon you. They belittle you and try to throw you in jail. It's funny when you think about it. Imagine this, the jail, everybody sitting there in their jail outfits and stuff, and a guy comes up to you and says, "What are you in jail for?" One guy says, I murdered people. Another guy says, "I tried to rip off a bank." "What are you in jail for?" "Watching TV." It's crazy. So, all right. This is it's a shame our friend is not into the chat room for Chris.
Yeah.
Because there has been an interesting article that came out. It says, in a surprise decision, the U.S. approves muscular dystrophy drug. That's, to me, exciting, because if they have this drug now, it's called, I don't know if it's Vyondys. I don't know if it'll be something that our friend Chris could use or not, but I'll tell you what, they can cure just about anything, because we talked about them curing AIDS the other week,
right.
Which is a big deal. Muscular dystrophy, man, imagine what it would be like to reverse muscular dystrophy. I don't know if this reverses it, but it says the U.S. health regulators approved a second drug for a debilitating form of muscular dystrophy. A surprise decision after the medication was rejected for safety concerns 4 months ago. Now, first off, I don't trust any pharma company at all, because they killed Pam, but it is something to think about. The ruling marks the second time the Food and Drug Administration has granted preliminary approval for a disease based on early results, and is likely to stoke questions about the standards for clearing largely unimproved medications. The FDA said Thursday it approved Sarepta Therapeutics Vyondys 53 for patients with a form of Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. It affects 1 in every 3,600 boys in the U.S., causing muscle weakness, loss of movement, and early death.
That's definitely Chris.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Usually when patients are in their 20s or 30s, now Chris is much younger than that. Well, I guess that's when they die, I guess. This drug is for a specific type that affects about 8% of the boys. So I would love to see it be something that would stop what he's going through, but it would even be better if it would reverse.
Definitely.
I don't know if it would or not. I'm just stating that it's just a shame that anybody would have to go through that. And, I found it exciting because, when I hear something like this that is a breakthrough drug, I immediately thought of him. So I really would like to see that happen, that be something. But the thing is, they approve the drug, then it's going to be probably another 2 years before it's out. So,
I wish stem cell would be something that, could regenerate his former, the cells that he had when he was able to walk.
Yeah, I mean, stem cell would be a possibility from someone else to donate stem cell, and then it comes from the bone marrow, but they'd have to find an exact match if that would even be a possibility, because at this point his body is beyond making good stem cells. So, at least as far as I know. I don't know if we talked about this. I wanted to talk about this last week. If we didn't talk about this, about Starbucks apologizing. Well, originally the story was that Starbucks refused service for 2 deputy sheriffs or sheriff's deputies. This article is the next article that says that they apologize because they were refused. So Starbucks corporate, I guess, apologized because they had a problem with their employees not allowing them to be served. To me, it's so weird to, if you don't believe in something, that's fine. But you're at work. You have to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be like if someone came in and wanted some McDonald's and you decided, I'm sorry, I don't like the way you look, so I'm not going to sell it to you.
Remember, well, you said about that one lady that... yeah.
Okay, want to share that?
What day was that?
It was right around Thanksgiving, I believe.
Okay.
Was it? I thought it was just the other day.
Are you talking frozen yogurt?
Oh.
That's the one I'm talking about.
No, I was talking about hash brown lady.
Oh, yeah, that was just the other day.
Okay, you want to share that, or?
Yeah, tell about hash brown lady.
Well, I can tell about both.
Okay.
So the first one is the one that Mom was talking about. Was there was a lady that came through the drive-thru, ordered 2 parfaits. The people, the night crew, did not make parfaits, so when I had to go back and make one a ProFest, it was still frozen. The fruit and stuff was still frozen.
Okay.
Because the fruit comes in frozen. I give it to her, and she goes, "This one's still frozen." I'm like, "Yeah, because I just had to make it." And she goes, "Well, my son has like therapy, like a taste therapy or something that he eats the fruit for, so therefore he couldn't eat it." And
okay.
I said, okay. So I said, "Okay, well, we have Go-Gurt." She goes, "He'll eat the yogurt. I need the fruit." I'm like, "Well, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about unfreezing the fruit." I said, "It's just the way it is because it comes in frozen." And she complained, and actually I ended up giving her a refund.
Jeez.
Just because she threw so much of it. She goes, "This isn't the first time this happened." Blah, 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 blah. So.
That's... I don't know.
I would take the frozen thing and, give it time to thaw out. If it's cold out and you've got the heater on in your car, hold it up in front of the heater. It'll melt it. It'll unthaw it real quick. Case closed.
People are just weird.
Oh, wait till you hear hash brown lady.
So, lady orders 2 fries. 2 medium fries. She gets up to our window. She pays for them, gets up to the window, and we hand them to her. She smells them. She goes, "These smell like they've been cooked in with your hash brown oil."
Okay.
We're like, "Well, yeah, we cook our hash browns and our fries in the same oil."
Right.
She goes, "No, you don't. I know for a fact that you don't." I'm almost positive. And we all were telling her, "No, we do. And so I also ended up giving her a refund. And as she was doing it, she goes, "This is ridiculous. You guys have never in your life cooked your fries and hash browns together." I really wanted to look at her and say, "Yes, we do. Come on, park your pretty little car, walk your happy butt inside here, and look,
but
and watch us."
They're both freaking the same thing.
Potatoes.
They're the same thing.
They're both made of potatoes.
Yes.
From as far as I know, we've cooked it in the same oil.
And now they have donut sticks that they do.
Yeah.
In the same fryer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate when I get something that you can tell they haven't changed the oil
Yes.
in a while.
That's the thing.
That's one
We
thing.
had fresh oil today, so we actually just changed it today.
Yeah, I mean, that can be disturbing, but not French fries and hash browns. That's
She's
just...
such a hissy fit about it. And swore up and down.
But see, people do that to try and get free product. We know this. I mean...
I had people today that said they ordered a large coffee, or I gave them a medium because that's what it said, but then they said, oh, we ordered a large. Then they said they ordered a second hash brown.
With butter?
No. But on the screen it only said one.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I know the last few times I've been to McDonald's where I've actually ordered something, they'll say, is your order correct on the screen?
Right.
So if you're not looking at it, you know...
It's actually technically what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to ask, is everything on the screen correct, or is your order correct on the screen? Not everybody does it.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or we read it back.
Yeah, I remember when I worked at McDonald's. But you know, it's like this. I mean, I don't know about your store, but when I worked at McDonald's, we were always to give the officers free coffee. Always.
We don't get very many officers, so I don't know about that. I know at Dunkin' we did.
Right.
But no, I don't know about McDonald's.
All right, next. The world's oldest couple.
103. No.
No, they've been married 80 years. No.
They celebrate their 80th anniversary.
Yeah, I saw that.
How old were they?
105 and 106.
Or 105 and 107, I thought.
Is that what you're going with?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're going with? You're right.
I remember reading it.
Apparently, this is one that's out there.
Yeah, I read it.
The world's oldest couple, ages 105 and 106, celebrate their 80th anniversary.
Can you imagine 80 years?
I can't imagine being around anyone for 80 years. It feels like it. It feels like I've been around somebody for 80 years, but...
Let alone being over 100. I mean, look at it this way. The Douglas guy.
The Douglas guy? What?
Yeah, Kirk Douglas,
Douglas,
is
okay.
103.
Okay.
So, I don't know what you two are laughing about, and I'm afraid I don't want to know. Because I'm usually the butt of the joke when you do.
What? I had a crick in my neck.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
You know, they don't look too bad for 103, 104. I mean, they look like 80-year-old women and men. I really don't know. I mean, I just can't imagine being around for... it says here, John and Charlotte Henderson have an aggregate age of 211 years and 175 days. That's just... That's just hard to believe. And if they had kids, I'll bet you their kids died before them.
Ooh, I'd hate
Oh, wow, this guy has a nice car. If that's his car.
That almost looks like lunch money.
So, I just thought it was interesting that man, I just can't imagine for that many years being around. I mean, my family dies at 50, so, I mean.
Not true.
Most of them.
Because you're still alive.
Well, barely. Barely.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you don't have to. I just did. I don't have anywhere to put this. I guess I can do it this way. Darn. Get off my screen, Anderson Cooper. Can do it this way, I guess. Copy. I want to put this on my Facebook. And
I think it's sweet. I mean, it takes a lot of work, and just imagine how many disagreements they may or may not have had, but yet they're still able to make it work 80 years later.
I can't even fathom.
You know, my parents just celebrated their 53rd the beginning of the month.
And you guys thought it'd never last.
At one point, you're right. 'Cause what?
I know, but that.
You know what?
Do we know them?
Maybe.
Okay.
What?
She said there was a death that we missed.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo's still alive.
No, not Scooby-Doo. But you're close.
Oh, the dog.
The Fuller House dog, Cosmo.
Yeah.
From the
What?
Netflix. So they did a spin-off of Full House.
Okay.
On Netflix called Fuller House.
Yeah.
The little boy had a dog named Cosmo. Has died of after complications from surgery.
If you didn't watch Full House or Fuller House, you wouldn't know. But I've watched Full House, so.
Let me check to see if I have my man card or not.
You
Yeah, I
don't.
do.
You
I do.
lost it years ago.
I have never, ever, 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 ever even seen one.
Kylie would be very disappointed in you that you don't watch Fuller House.
Yeah.
Because she does. She loves
Yeah.
it.
She's a she. Women like that kind of stupid show.
See, when it's stuff like that, you have to think if it's something that he would watch, then you tell him. If it's something he wouldn't watch, you don't.
No, it's okay. It's okay to talk about things I don't watch. There's a few shows I don't watch.
I wonder if he's ever watched the other thing.
Which one?
The game.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wheel of Fortune? No.
Oh.
The game that's coming back?
Oh, yeah, that game. I forget the name of it.
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
That's it.
No.
Ah, that's right. He lived a sheltered life.
Okay,
so.
well, this article here is, this next article is, I thought of Ashley when it came up.
Okay.
That's scary. I'm scared now.
Did you ever hear of the penis fish?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, help me. He just did not say that. I'm glad he thought of you and not me. Now you did it.
Well, I think I must have thought of the right person.
Why would you think of me, or do I not want to know?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought that you would be in the know and you would understand. I mean, after all, you're up on these things.
Yeah, okay.
What? What?
Yeah, okay.
Was she turning red or what?
Yes.
50 Shades of Red?
Mm-hmm. So, I just saw something a friend of mine posted, and I'm really going...
Now, if you take a look, there is an actual picture of it.
Oh, my God.
I actually saw that.
Oh, of course. See? You didn't see it, did you?
No.
Okay, well, now you did.
I didn't look.
Says a horde of large, fat worms descended upon Central California beach, spooked out of their burrows by a bomb cycle. Wildlife enthusiast David Ford captured the foreboding scene, which looks like a plane full of Frankfurters flung open the hatch and let the dogs rain down upon the unassuming shore. What are these alien creatures, and why'd they end up on the shore? Ford sent his quandary and surreal images to the Drake's Beach store, to Bay Nature magazine, a local publication. They are not Franks, but fat innkeeper worms, almost as old as the wet sand in which they burrow, and their appearance was rare. The stranding Ford stumbled into might have been one of a few times they'd ever left the ground in their adult lives. And it says here, the bulbous worms can live their entire lives underground, hold up in U-shaped burrows beneath the wet sand. They basically are known as penis fish. And so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's your picture of the penis fish. There are tons of penis fish on this beach.
A lot.
So that's all I got to say about that.
I'm going to stay away from that beach.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to be in California.
Okay, that's good.
So
you can stay over there.
Yeah, that's a bizarre looking thing. Fish. I can't imagine. I guess it wouldn't be technically a fish, though, because they're kind of worms, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
That's how they described them. But I thought for sure that you being the zoologist that you are.
Me, a zoologist? How?
I don't know. You know a lot about the penis fish.
No, I don't.
You do now.
So I have one.
What do you have?
Do you remember when it was a big story in the news where a bakery refused to do a wedding cake for a same-sex couple? Do you remember when we talked about that?
Yes.
Well, now
I'll bring it up in the screen here.
Now, what I found was it has gone beyond a wedding cake.
Okay, why didn't it work?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why it didn't work.
From that reboot?
No. Gotta figure out how to. Gotta do it
here,
this way. There we go.
There is.
That you? No, that's not you. Okay. Well, what?
You're not even connected to mine.
Well, who's Lenny? You're Lenny.
Yeah.
You're Lenny.
I'm Lenny, but it says 0 connections.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Well, who's got a Yahoo screen up?
Do you?
No.
Wow, that's weird. Huh. All right.
Any of your other computers?
I'm the only Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but upstairs or something.
There's only one Lenny. It's this one. It's named Lenny. Do you have any other screens open?
Mm-mm. I have one other window, but that's it. Like right here.
That's weird. Huh. All right. Let me go ahead and talk about it.
Okay. Well, anyway, like I said, that at one point in the news there was a bakery that they refused to do a wedding cake for a same-sex couple.
Yes.
Well, now this one, there is a Sheraton hotel that refused to be the wedding site for a same-sex couple.
Well, that's stupid.
I know. So here what's going to happen is the Hilton Hotel in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, they're the ones that are doing the wedding and the reception for free. What a way to get your name and your business out there.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, it comes down to, I personally, being a person that wants to, I've been in business for myself before.
Right.
And I cannot fathom why anyone would not want business. And I don't care what your religion is, whatever it is. The bottom line is, we're on this. You're in business to make money. So if you aren't making money, you're not doing it right. And if you have this issue with gay money, is the same as straight money. So
that is true. And not only, did he accept the offer to host his wedding in April of next year, he also accepted the offer of a free honeymoon cruise to Lisbon, Portugal from the the travel company that's putting this together, because it's just going to be him and his husband and 45 guests. That's it. And Hilton's saying, "Yeah, come on, we'll do it. We'll do everything for you."
Well, yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? All right, there it is. So, I mean, heck with them. If they don't want to make money, that's their own prerogative. But personally, I would want to, make money with whatever if I'm in a business, I'm in business to make money.
Well, that's like the lady that shares my office with me. We were actually talking about a subject like this today, about same-sex relationships and stuff. Now, she is definitely not into a same-sex relationship. That is her prerogative.
Sure.
But I said to her, I've worked with gay people. I've worked with lesbians.
I work with lesbians.
And to me, they're just like any other person.
Some of my best friends are lesbians. I personally...
Cindy Rogers, your girl.
Yeah.
So...
I personally don't care what you do in bed. I don't care what... It's none of my business.
Exactly. Because I said to her, I don't have a problem with them, but if they're trying to force it on me, then I have a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me form my own opinion. Just be yourself. Don't be something you're not.
Right.
Hey, they can force lesbianism on me. I'll be a lesbian.
Yeah, no. You would not make a good one.
Thank you.
You got the wrong equipment.
Oh, yeah. Really?
That's what I've heard.
No. This is one of those things that being wronged makes a big difference in your life, and that is because this person here, New York City will pay Brooklyn woman $625,000. Huh?
Did you move the screen back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Because on here it didn't show it yet. That's why.
Why would it show it on there?
She's still on the story I had. Like on the live, on your feed.
No, it's right here. This is the live feed. Oh, you're watching the live show. It's about 30 seconds behind. It'll change.
Okay, there. I think it actually just did.
New York City will pay Brooklyn woman $625,000 after police ripped son out of her hands. So she was in trouble for... What was she in trouble for? I remember this story.
Breaking the law.
It was something, let's see, an incident, Brooklyn officer was caught on video. It says, police officers seen pulling Headley's 18-month-old son away from her as, it was a dispute. She had a dispute with a security guard. The 24-year-old was arrested and spent 4 days in jail before Brooklyn attorney dropped the charges of obstructing government administration, resisting arrest, and endangering the welfare of a child. So if you actually are hurting for money, get yourself arrested while holding your child, and you can get $500,000 for doing that. I personally say that's bull. That little interaction might be worth $20 or $30, maybe $100.
What did she say? That it's going to scare her child for life?
Who knows? She said he was actually horrified by the violence depicted in the video and said that the situation shouldn't have been handled that way. Oh, wait, that's Gonzalez said he was actually...
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm assuming,
spelling, actually.
That's okay. And pointed out the unfortunate reality that her name and image would be forever associated with that traumatic and violent experience. No, I don't think anybody would remember her name at all, except maybe her friends, but I doubt that. I personally don't think that $625,000. Give her $100. Give her $1,000. Be generous and give her $1,000.
Not even $1,000. No way.
I would say give her $1,000 to shut her up. But no, $635 or whatever it is. That's just ridiculous. It makes me want to be a bad person.
No.
So I don't know.
Hey, puppy.
Jeez.
But, some people can play it up and they get that.
Yeah, apparently. I
just shut her up, and it's like, gee,
I guess. I can't imagine. But I would go for it if someone did that to me. I would try to get the, cool $500,000. So, hey, he looked at me wrong. I felt threatened.
Okay, then I will never look at you again.
Are you a he? I said he looked at me wrong.
Just making sure. I don't want included in this, so I just won't look at you either.
All right. This was a feel-good story. I like feel-good stories. Now the question is, will it play?
Meet Matt Poley and Tara Maxey. They run Heirloom LA.
You didn't pay me anything.
12
This is a
friends set
feel-good
out on a mission to
story.
brighten up a
12
stranger's
friends
holiday
give a
season. They
$1,200
stopped
tip to a
between
New Jersey
restaurants
waitress.
and surprised a woman. She served them food, then they gave her a serving of kindness.
Except I
CBS
don't
New
think
York's
it's
Scott
planned.
Rappaport has today's Oh My Goodness.
30-year-old Angelica Alicia works hard as a waitress at this IHOP on Main Street in Patterson.
How are you?
Pouring coffee, bringing food, always serving up a smile.
You're welcome. Take care. Have a good day, okay?
Her job doesn't pay much, just $2.13 an hour. She is...
That's still hard to believe.
It's plain.
That they get $2 an hour plus tips.
Oh, yeah.
I would think by now they would get $5 an hour or something. But
No, because, and this is what I've learned. Remember I told you Natasha had a job as a server. Well, she's left that job. Because even though the fact that when she would work and she'd have tips at the end of the night, and that helped carry her through for her paychecks, she said she still felt like she wasn't getting much. But there were also nights that she had to share tips with other people that worked, because that's the way they did things. My mom for years was a waitress, and I remember her checks. It's more like, to put it, when you worked for D&H, your base amount, your base salary versus your commissions. You had your commissions. Your commissions were always more, but you always had your base amount if something didn't go right, or you didn't make your month and you didn't, so it always encouraged you to push and work for more so that you'd have that extra money coming in to help carry you through.
all I know is that they hired new people at much higher wages than what I was getting.
Wow.
Not higher commissions. I was getting, when I left there, I was getting $10.35 an hour.
Wow. See, and you can say you retired on $10.35 an hour.
Yep. Anyway, here's the story.
It's largely dependent upon tips, usually about $6 per table. It is not a lot of money, but for the...
And that's the thing, when you're working at a diner, your meals aren't that expensive. So if I was going to be a waiter, I'd want to work at Red Lobster or some place like that where you can make big tips.
A single mother with 2 children, every dollar counts.
Well, if you look like The Rock and worked at Red Lobster.
Especially when you take your mom in, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, you could work at Red Lobster, have a lousy day, people not like you, and you won't make as much as somebody that's young and attentive. And
well, there's 2 stories like this. The first one is this one.
Turns out that server was Angelica.
It could have been any other server, and it just happened to be me.
We all know some people are struggling or having a hard time, and it's always a privilege to be a blessing to somebody else.
For Angelica, who when she saw all that money at first thought it was a mistake, the moment was monumental and meaningful.
First of all, taking care of my bills. We'll have a roof over our heads.
The gift of kindness from strangers. Christmas come early for the waitress at the IHOP in Patterson, New Jersey.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool. That reminds me. I had this friend from work, actually, she was my assistant.
Mm-hmm.
We would go out to eat, and I would always I usually ended up paying, but she insisted on paying one time, and I still slipped her 20. And she goes, "What's this for?" I said, "The tip." She gave the girl the tip. She gave her the $20 tip. I was thinking,
that's what you said.
Well, I didn't mean it. I meant it was for her, but she gave it to the girl, so whatever, you know.
But like, I'm sure with that one, because I was reading something earlier where there was a group of friends that they always got together once a year, and they always each brought $100.
Well, when I go out to eat, I usually, if the person's good, I try to give them a good tip.
Right.
And I don't give them 10%. I don't give them 15%. I usually give them at least 20%, and sometimes a lot more.
Right.
And if you're good at your job, you should get a good tip.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That means watch out for me if I'm in your restaurant. You want me. And you want to treat me right.
Exactly. Make sure your diet Pepsi's always filled.
I like the when we went out to where'd we go with Shannon?
Red Robin.
When we went to was it Red Robin? Yeah, when we went to Red Robin, that waitress was really good. She was on top of things, and she was very personable. And actually, we sold her nails.
Yes,
You talking about the penis fish or what?
No.
I don't know what you guys are laughing at.
It relates to your Red Robin story.
Okay.
Okay, you were just saying about, we were talking to the waitress about Shannon's Color Street nails business.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got her to sign up.
Exactly. Okay.
Cool.
Well, last night, Ashley decided, out of the kindness of her heart, I know, hold on. Because
to take you out to eat?
To take me out for dinner.
Yeah, I see where I rank.
Okay. Well, if you'd have been with us, you'd have gone too.
Well, I wasn't invited.
Well, anyway, we're sitting there eating, and our waitress comes over, and she comments on my nails.
Okay.
And so what did I do? I did exactly what Shannon did, went right into Color Street mode.
Well,
I friended her on Facebook.
I have talked to people about it.
Yeah.
I've told my friends I want to get people. I want to see her.
I do too, and I messaged
Shannon. I told
Shannon
her about a conference and stuff. I want to see her make it.
I messaged Shannon. I said, hey, this is a friend of mine. I said, she's a waitress here because she was looking for something different to do with her nails that didn't hurt them or.
I think it's interesting. I think it's really cool because the actual design of what it is very. I didn't realize it was just actually polish.
And it is.
To me, that's really cool. I mean, I know Jamie and some other girls I've been with spent big money going to get their nails done.
It can run, like the first time I used to get mine done with the acrylics. That's $40 just to get a full set.
Yeah.
And then every 2 weeks you're going back to have them filled in, and it's awful. Well, the other part of this story is I was at work today. I went to do my mail run and went down, and I do it all in one swoop. I usually go down for the mail, pop over for my lunch, take it back up to my desk and eat. Well, if there wouldn't have been a long line behind me, because I get to the register and I go to pay, and the lady's like, I love your nails.
There you go.
And I'm like, I'm like, great, thanks. I said, they're Color Street. I said, I wish I had more time, I'd tell you.
Well, I've told Shannon she should give me some cards and stuff to hand out.
I want them too.
And I just think they're really cool. So.
I did hook Shannon up with one of my friends from work. She sent her a free sample for my friend's daughter. That's one of her Christmas stocking stuffers. So, if you know somebody, go for it. I mean, try it out. It's actually kind of nice. I love mine.
I looked on not Yahoo, YouTube, and saw that they're really easy to put on.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So I'm a firm believer of them, and I
get some for yourself?
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
they have Uncle Sam band. I did buy some for myself. There's some Uncle Sam band stuff I'm going to use next time I play out. They're red, white, and blue.
What I just had on before I put these on, he's got a set.
I got it. Because hey, when you're in rock mode, it doesn't matter what you wear. So that's, I just thought it would be kind of cool and different. And actually, I got these, they're really kind of cool. They're music nails. They're
musical
nails
notes
with
and treble
musical
clefs
notes and stuff. So, ha ha ha. Trying to make.
But his are all related to music.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
They have to be.
Makes you happy.
That's what it is. It's all about me.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. All right. Well, speaking of which, you started talking about giving gifts. There's 5 rules for successful gift giving. Do you know what they are?
Yeah, don't.
Well, I used to do that. I still do that. I still don't do it.
A gift card, let them pick it out.
Yeah, that was on the list. Take somebody else shopping with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2. See if any of these match up.
Buy children only.
Okay. Why would you want to buy a children?
No, buy gifts for children only,
You're
not
in the
adults.
black market, huh?
Maybe.
All right, here's the 5 rules.
Person with you.
Here's the 5 rules for gift giving.
Making sure it's
Where's
something that you can use, so if they don't like it, you can get it back.
Oh, wait a minute. Where is it? I wonder if that's under read more. What?
Yeah, I should.
What happened?
Read more.
It says gift giving. Gift giving. All right, I'll read more. Oh, I see. Is it going to make me do something? Oh, here we go. Don't add a small gift to a big gift. That's one.
Oh, that's not right.
It says tempted to add a tie to an expensive shirt, some flowers to go with a bottle of champagne. Don't. When we receive gifts in a bundle, we tend to unconsciously average their value out. So you want to not add it, but make it a separate gift.
My mom used to do it all the time. We'd get something nice, and then she'd put something small, like maybe an ornament or something, as part of the tag on the gift.
This is called the Presenter's Paradox, first exposed in a 2012 study of the same name, where participants were offered either an iPad by itself or an iPad with a free download of one song. When asked how much they would pay for it, those that were offered the iPad with a cheap download valued it 20% less than those and conversely, participants who asked to choose which option they would gift overwhelmingly went with the one that included the download, demonstrating that when it comes, sometimes less is more. So imagine when someone says here. That's not the sound problems. That's a snoring dog. Imagine giving someone an expensive bottle of wine with some plastic cups to drink out of it. Immediately that devalues the gift.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, well, think about that. Gift experiences rather than things.
What's that mean?
Well,
like going to a concert.
Yeah.
Versus...
Going to Jeff Dunham versus... Don't look at me like that. I was just giving an example. I heard Jeff Dunham last year, and that was the best gift in the world.
It was. It really was.
I just happened to glance over there, and I got this evil eye. I was like, wow, those are daggers coming out of her eyes.
I will say, yes, Jeff Dunham was one of the best experiences
And the best part of that was the way you got it.
Yeah, you know I don't like
surprise. You did not see it coming out of the left field. Because I told you.
I'll take you to look at a car.
That's right. Well, I was buying a car.
Yeah, he was looking for...
That wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You were still in that mode of, do I get the Tesla? Do I get this? Do I get that? You were making me crazy. And you're like, but I want you to go with me to look at this car. Okay, fine.
An example, a brand new iPhone becomes old fast. A dream vacation or seeing your favorite artist in concert will give you memories that last forever. And That
Yeah.
was great.
It
Plus,
was.
you were in a box, and you got food, and you got...
I know. I love
everything.
that. Wasn't even expecting that.
Nope. So that's why they say give experiences rather than things.
The problem is, though, a lot of experiences cost money.
Well, yeah. Gift cards are not bad.
Yep, we know
Gift
this.
cards can be
got that one.
can be wasteful. Gift giving can be wasteful. We only spend $10 on ourselves if we find something that we expect is worth more than $10 to us. We only spend $10 on ourselves if we find something that we expect is worth more than $10 to us. But gift giving is different because we're not buying for ourselves, he explains, so we can spend $10 on something worse than or less than $10 to the recipient. It could be worth nothing to them.
Okay, let me see if this is a good analogy. If you have a gift card that has, let's say, $200 on it.
Okay, you're very generous.
I know, but let's say you have that.
Okay.
And then you have a gift that cost you $200. Okay? And the person you're giving it to doesn't know the value of either one.
Right.
Which would you do? What would you take?
The money.
But you don't know how much is on that gift card.
Doesn't matter. Because I can buy what I want.
Okay. Some people aren't like that. Some people say, you're going to put, like, maybe, I don't know, something expensive, like an Apple Watch or something up against a gift card. That's obviously different in size.
Gift cards, I would rather have a $200 gift card than a $250 thing that I don't want.
You're right, I would too. And the one thing that I know I've been missing the last 3 years, my aunt always gave me a Sheetz gift card at Christmas with enough on it to put gas in my tank so that I could go home for Christmas.
There you go.
That was the thing with her.
It says here, one thing that has the same value for everyone is cash. While gifting cash is popular on some occasions, in some cultures, it's not for everyone. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so I would take the cash. You would take the cash. What would you rather have? Would you rather have something worth $250 that you may or may not want, or a gift card for $200?
Probably gift cards.
So we're all in agreement there. I mean, if someone knows exactly what I want and they got me exactly what I want, then I'll take the $250 thing. But nobody ever gets me what I want because this is going to sound really stupid and egotistical, but for me, Christmas don't mean anything. And when I want something,
you go get it.
I get it. So chances are you're not going to know what to get me because I already have it.
I can tell you, you are a hard person to buy for.
But I'll tell you one person that knew what I wanted and got me what I wanted because she just knew me inside out.
Bam.
And there's no one that was able to do that besides her because we had this special thing. She could read my mind.
I remember when, it's around here somewhere, the year I got you that clock back here.
Yes.
And you got mad at me for it, but it was something.
You didn't have money.
But I made it work. It was something different.
I really got to move that too because I put it. It's behind a green screen, so I really do like that thing a lot. And I don't mean to cover it up. I just meant to cover it up because we were trying to figure out if this green screen stuff would work. And now that I know it'll work, I want to. Actually, I thought about changing this whole studio around, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, because I remember when I gave it to you, you were shocked.
I was pissed.
I like shocked. It sounds better.
But anyway, okay, so that's the other thing. Gift cards aren't... the thing is, I look at it like this. Gift cards are always the right size, the right color, the right value. So, and it spends... So you're going to get exactly what you want. You don't have to trade it in. You don't have to get, So, okay, it says
You
think
just
like
have to remember to use it.
yeah, that's the problem.
Oh,
That's
really?
the biggest.
Oh,
Well,
come
actually, I'm
on.
bad at that. I actually, I have some gift cards in my repertoire that have not been used that,
Smarty pants.
and I got to figure out which ones were used. and which
There
weren't.
was a reason behind why I said what I said.
Think like a receiver. Buy things that your receiver would buy for themselves.
Isn't that what I said?
Or if you're uniquely gifted, give them something they would never expect, like that. I would never buy that for myself.
I know you wouldn't.
So that I disagree with that for that reason because.
Still not on time anyway.
Huh? Still not what?
It's still not on time because the batteries are dead in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Spend more on others than yourself. Nah, I don't agree with that one. So, no.
The reason she made the smart remark about remembering to use a gift card. So in the mail, we got a gift card from my grandmother, her mother. We got $25 gift card to Walmart. I got paid yesterday, and I wanted to buy some insoles for my work shoes. You know. And
Well, I can insult you. You don't have to buy it.
Not insult.
Oh, not insult?
No.
So I got them, and we checked out, and I told my mom I was going to use it. I had it with me.
Because the insoles she's looking at are $50.
Wow.
So she'd have only had to pay $25.
Wow.
And
we checked out, and she forgot to use it.
Yep. And I didn't realize it till afterwards.
I don't know. Okay, there's another thing on gift buying. It's called the 4-gift rule. Do you know what the 4-gift rule is?
Yes, it's something you read, write. Oh, crap, I can't remember. I just heard this the other day, too.
It says the 4-gift rule.
It all starts with R's.
And other parenting hacks that for giving kids.
Right. Right doesn't start with.
But it sounds like an R.
Read, right.
I forget. I just heard it the other day, too.
Apparently you didn't hear it right.
Yes,
Okay,
I
this
did.
is
I
not
know
gonna
I
work.
did.
Read, right. Wrong?
Read, write, wrong?
Someone asked.
Okay, well, it says...
want, need, wear, and read.
Huh? Did you just look it up?
Mm-hmm.
It says when a tweet of a 10-year-old's Christmas lift went viral for all the wrong reasons, she liked Gucci slides, a Chanel purse, and $4,000, please. It sparked a much larger conversation for parenting groups everywhere. How much is too much? It's easy to get overwhelmed when it comes to buying gifts for the kids when you're bombarded with requests and advertisements for everything under the sun. So here's the Christmas gift of the kid. The 10-year-old daughter wanted an iPhone 11. It says here, I can't read that word, AirPods, I guess that's what it was. Let's see if we can make that bigger. There we go. A real bunny. You can get a new MacBook, MacBook Air. I mean, I guess this is $4,000 worth of stuff. Oh, no, she had $4,000 down below. I can't even read what that is. She wants clothes, makeup.
Sounds like Kylie.
Gucci slides.
Flask. It's a flask. Some type of flask.
Okay. Chanel purse. Perfume.
GoPro.
I don't know what that is. Essential oil. American Girl doll. New shoes. Earrings. Jewelry. Checkered van.
Checkered Vans. It's Vans are shoes, and it was an American Girl doll car, like a car for her American Girl.
Okay. And then it says here...
GoPro.
GoPro. It says pink duck top. I don't know what that says, whatever that is. Glue. I have no idea what that is. Clothes for Bunny. $4,000. I don't know how she came up with that number. Doll camper.
LOL doll camp. LOL is a type of doll.
Okay. LOL dolls. LOL dolls, whatever it is. Anyway, that's her Christmas gift. This is what sparked the 4 gift. rule. And so the 4-gift rule is one way to manage the gift giving when it comes to kids and save your sanity in the process is a 4-gift rule. Something they want, something they need, something they wear, and something they read.
That's why when you get underwear and socks for Christmas, it falls into this 4-gift rule.
The 3-gift rule is before the 4-gift rule gained popularity. Some parents pledged just 3 gifts. The reference to the 3 gifts, they brought a baby Jesus by the 3 wise men, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Of course, these are not practical gifts these days. I don't know where you would get frankincense and myrrh, but the gold you can still give them. This focuses on the quality over quantity. Parents who use the 3-gift rule generally give more substantial gifts. And in recent years, there's been a trend of giving gifts that give back. More than ever, companies adding a social component to their goods. For every cuddle and kind doll they purchase, 10 meals go to people in need. A stylish bag that donates 10 meals, jewelry that donates 100 meals, jewelry that helps women and girls escape human trafficking and stuff like that, and experiences, of course.
But now you've got some families where they draw names and they only have to buy for one person,
right.
Like when it's a bigger family.
Sure.
I know us at work, we're having our little thing tomorrow, and we did Secret Santa this year.
Okay.
Because there's like 16 of us, rather than everybody spending money to buy 16 people something small.
Right.
We drew names.
Right.
And
we're doing at work. We're doing the sock gift exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me, last couple years at work, we didn't do anything, but we used to do a Secret Santa at one point, and it just, people just decided they wanted to do their own thing. So.
Well, I know Cheryl and we talked about something that somebody in our office we know has had a really tough year. And as much as, like I had said to Cheryl, it would be nice if the whole office could have gone together and done something for her. But we're so distant as far as that. Cheryl and I are going to go together, do something nice for her. And I know she won't listen to this, so I know she's not hearing it.
This is bizarre. A 13-year-old boy has been arrested in connection with the stabbing of a Manhattan student in a park.
Oh.
13 years old. When I was 13 years old, I can't even remember. I might have worked with my G.I. Joes. I might have played them. But I can't imagine, stabbing anybody.
And I had, back to video games.
I always had the reason to stab people. But, it's weird. But he killed an 18-year-old college student. Her name was Tessa Majors, a first-year student at Bernard College, was killed while walking through Morningside Park on Wednesday night when three teens attempted to rob her. And testified that the 13-year-old boy, who's not been publicly named, has gone to the park with 2 other teens with the intention of robbing people.
Now, will he get tried as an adult, do you think?
He should.
You would think he should.
I hope he is.
Yeah, because he's probably thinking, 13, I only have to wait till I'm 18, and it's gone.
I know. That kind of stuff really sucks. I don't understand it because, people are just, they didn't know what they were doing. Yeah, they did. They knew what they were doing. So, I don't know. Just, I feel bad for the parents of that kid, or even not the parents, even just anyone that knew her. I feel bad for her. She ended up dying because of a stupid kid. Just makes no sense to me. So, save this. And, all right. This is kind of funny. Another reason to own a Tesla.
Oh no.
Tesla's built-in dash cam saved the 3 owner.
Is this the one you were telling me? Okay.
And they have. Here's the video. Now this video, this guy was given a $171 fine for a no turn signal. Okay. So the guy, this is really funny actually. So here we go. Now, look.
Oh, they're going backwards.
Well, they backed it up for a reason. This is the intersection. Now, he's right behind this truck.
Okay.
And the guy said, well, you didn't use your turn signal. Watch it right here. Okay? Watch it. You can see his turn signal in the guy's truck.
Gee.
And here's the cop that stopped him and gave him a ticket.
Wow.
He got off on that ticket because he showed this footage of his dash cam.
Wow.
Another reason to have a dash cam, because it saved him $171. So the cop was definitely wrong about the whole thing, but I just think it's funny.
I have to wonder that when an officer gives somebody a ticket and they go to fight it, and like in this instance, the guy had the proof that he did use his turn signal and he won. Does that what goes through that cop's mind? Like,
well, in this case, oops.
Yeah, would he be embarrassed?
Probably.
You know?
Probably.
I mean, I know I would be if I were a cop, even though sometimes I wish that I could just be a plain citizen and write tickets out. Because I saw one this morning, I'd love to nail the guy. I'm coming through Hummelstown to go to work. You know that light, the red light there in the middle of town?
Okay.
Okay. I'm coming up, my light's green, and all at once it jumps to yellow because it's going to turn red. Well, this car comes from the right, and I know his light's red, and he didn't bother stopping, but he did touch his brakes a little bit, and he made the right turn and went on ahead of me, and I'm like, you idiot. There's a sign clearly there that says no turn on red. So you figure he didn't stop. He made an illegal right turn. I could nail him. Get all that money for tickets. I'd like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he probably has a gun in there and would shoot me.
This one, the one thing I don't see I did this one last night, and let me see, which was it? There was a Porch Pirate article that was really just trying to find. Is it this one? I thought I had it on my list, and I don't see it. We'll do this one first. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Okay. This is weird. Runner who smacked TV news reporter's butt arrested. Faces sexual battery charges. Okay, I know you women get harassed a lot. And I know it's not right to hit somebody on the butt when they don't expect it and are definitely
I don't understand.
I mean, I understand if you don't know the person and you smack someone on the butt and it's wrong, okay? But to arrest them for something,
people can be jerks.
I just think it's really stupid. It's a waste of our resources. It says a man who slapped a news reporter on the backside while running past her during a road race is now facing charges of sexual battery. Thomas Calloway, a youth minister, has been accused of touching Savannah, Georgia reporter Alex Bozarjan on her backside as she was reporting the Market Savannah Bridge Run. He was doing a stand-up at the event, she was doing a stand-up at the event, and Calloway slapped her as he was running past. The incident was caught live on camera, But, to me...
Is that the guy with the antlers?
Yeah.
Oh.
To me, it's just... We arrest people for everything.
Of course.
And I think I realize it's wrong, but is it really sexual harassment? It's more like assault than sexual harassment. He's a minister.
Some people take it to the extreme.
I think it's, why are you laughing so much? Do you like getting your butt smacked or what?
No, it just reminded me of a story.
Oh, no. You did it.
Who'd you do?
What?
No. So, the other week...
Was there a penis fish involved?
Oh, jeez.
No, the other day, I was back in the grill at work, and we were standing there talking, and the person that I work with...
now you know, they just stand back there and talk. They don't actually work.
No, we work. It was just we were dead at the time. Anyways...
Well, you look good for a dead person.
He went to get a rag, or a towel. Sorry, excuse me, it's not a rag. It's a towel. A towel out of the towel bucket. And when he did, he picked it up, and because I was turned, he whipped me in the butt with it. And I was shocked, because I didn't think it would come from him.
Oz?
No.
Oh.
No. Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Should I be funny, or should I not be funny?
Considering who she's
say your last line again. I wouldn't be surprised.
She was shocked that it came from him.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you said.
What did she say?
Come from him.
Okay.
I'll bet you he did.
Oh, jeez. You guys. I think we need 3 weeks off.
Wait up here to see her reaction. She's looking up at the screen, and she's going to have a reaction about 30 seconds from now, and it'll be worth keeping it on camera.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's looking at. It's like she's looking off into the distance.
Okay, here's the article I was looking for, and I thought I cut and pasted this, but I didn't. I don't see where I did it. But this person here, they had a porch pirate. You know what a porch pirate is, right?
Yeah.
Someone who comes onto your porch and steals your packages. Okay? Well, this porch pirate not only stole their package, but they gave a thank you note.
Hey, at least they were polite.
Yeah, wait till you hear what the thank you note says.
Oh, no.
Here's what the thank you note says. Wait a minute, I got to see if I can, maybe I can read it down here. All right, let's see. Where is it? Here it is. It says, this is a handwritten note that was left from the porch pirate. So just a quick little thank you for leaving me the opportunity of stealing your package. Very nice of you. Thank you. And then he signed the note, the new owner of your package.
Jeez.
But the thing is, she had a video camera. She got the
Ring doorbell.
She has video of him stealing it.
Wow.
But, I just can't imagine stealing people's packages. I don't know why those people would even, it's like there's no scruples at all in this world anymore.
Hey, I had a washer on my front porch and somebody stole it.
Didn't they also steal your lawnmower?
Yeah. Here she's got a microwave and a bicycle and 2 air conditioners out there, and they don't touch them.
Well, yeah. Who wants all them? This is winter. They don't need air conditioners. She moved into fall.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll take them into spring. All right. Anyway, then we got, this is scary. Now, I have the Ring doorbell.
Yes.
Or something like that. I don't think I have the Ring one. Hackers tap into an actual security system.
Hey, Emeril Lagasse here with my new Power Air Fryer 360.
What are you doing?
Home invasions taken to a whole new level. Hackers tapping into those home cameras that you have in your house and inviting hundreds of other people to live stream their abuse. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has more on how to protect yourself. Good morning, Marcy.
Now, this can happen to anybody that has security systems if you're not properly secure.
Eva, good morning. And there are reports that hundreds of people tuned in to watch live as people were harassed in their homes. Among those who were targeted, children who are still scared after some of these incidents you're about to see.
So how would you like it if someone, like, you have a security system and all of a sudden you get voices from your security system of people that are watching you and you know they're watching you?
Nope. I think so, because you're looking off into left field.
But, like, my reaction never happened.
On here, she hasn't changed. She's still looking off.
Oh, weird. Oh, we froze her out. Huh.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let's see what's going on with that.
Yeah, because I've been watching for it, too, and I was like...
Oh, you froze up there, too. Okay, so what's going on there? All right, let's see if I can figure out why you froze.
Maybe it was her reaction.
Huh. That's weird. Let's see if we can bring it back. Bring it back to life.
I mean, we don't have to.
Well, rather than have you just staring into space, because everybody missed your reaction, unfortunately. All right, what's going on?
Oh, now she's snorting. Now we're in trouble.
Uh-oh, I made you disappear now.
Goodbye.
Camera's still on. What's going on?
Now you see me, now you don't.
Well, that's sad. What's going on here? Got to figure out why it died. Wonder how long you were looking into space.
Well, for about 5-10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Now she's just a block.
A white block.
Blockhead.
I didn't say that. I just said a block.
Charlie Brown. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, let's see if you come back. It's now she's just words on the screen. That's weird. I've not seen that happen yet. That's the first time that's ever happened. That's really strange. Maybe a pirate got into us.
Maybe.
Wow, that's weird. Refresh video. There you are. Hey, you're back. You'll be back in a few seconds when it comes up on the screen. So that's really strange. I was wondering why you were looking up at the screen like that. It was.
Yeah, she was frozen in time.
Let it go, let it go. What do they say?
Let it go, let it go.
That's it. Frozen. Oh, you're gone again.
You had the right words, just the wrong melody.
I don't know. Let it go, let it go, let it snow.
No!
All right. All right, where are we at here now? I got her back. I wanted her back.
I've heard that song.
Yeah.
What?
I need her back.
Anyway, all right, here we go.
This morning, a possible explanation for these disturbing privacy invasions.
Hey, what show is that?
Happening across the country.
Can you come here? I can't hear you.
Case after case of hackers breaking into Ring home security systems.
What's your name?
13-year-old Blake Benfanti giving a fake name when a stranger started talking to him through the family's Ring camera at their home in New York.
What's up, homie? I still see you.
Following him from room to room.
The reason why I got the cameras was to protect my family, and it's completely backfired.
In Kansas, someone peering into the Norris family's living room.
Taking pictures of baby, I'm asleep.
Commenting on their every move.
That would freak me out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a Ring. I have another brand, but they could do the same thing.
That tree is looking really, really good, guys. No, put me down. Put me down. I have feelings.
Ring telling ABC News we have no evidence of an unauthorized intrusion or compromise of Ring's systems or network. Vice News finding the intrusions are linked to new software being shared on a hacking forum, utilizing usernames and passwords stolen from other digital platforms.
They're taking these known email addresses and passwords and plugging them into Ring's back-end system and waiting until they find one that works.
Vice also reporting the hackers live streamed the virtual break-ins on a popular gaming chat app called Discord.
They were basically making a game out of the whole thing where they would call up these people and say, hey, we're going to break into this smart home camera and mess with this family.
Discord saying in a statement, it has a zero-tolerance approach to illegal activity on our platform. We terminated the server and all the associated user accounts. And Ring says there are several things you can do to protect your security, including using strong passwords, updating them regularly, and this one is key, using different passwords for everything you do online.
I never would have thought of that.
Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more...
Quiet. So, what do you think? Kind of freaky, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that to happen to me. I mean, especially if you are a nudist or anything like that.
Well, I know last night...
I guess you got to be careful what you...
Yeah. Well, last night I had fallen asleep. Then I got up one of my nightly trips to the potty, and I got back to bed, and I'm sitting there, and all once I heard is thump. And I thought, what in the world? And that's where I thought it was you. Here it was my neighbors next door, apparently, because it sounded like they were in the hallway.
Jeez.
And I was like, ugh.
I could do this. No. I was going to do a game.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the rules.
Uh-oh.
You see a lot of movies?
Yes.
I don't know how many movies you've seen in the past year. Okay. Think about the past year, 2019.
Okay.
Movies that ended up being flops that we never thought would be flops. The biggest flops. I'm going to go one at a time. Who has the first one?
A movie that we thought would be flops that wasn't?
No. That we didn't think would be a flop that was.
Oh.
Hurry up.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. We talked about one today. We talked about a couple today.
Richard Jewell?
That's one.
Okay.
It's your turn. You got any? You might win this. She doesn't have any.
Well, one that you said was that you didn't think was Ford versus Ferrari. Wasn't it?
Let's see if it's on here. Don't look on there. It's going to be on this list. Nope, that's not on here.
Okay.
Don't look on the list. You're looking on the list.
No, I'm not. I can't see that far.
Good. You're winning right now. 1-0.
Probably about all you'll get out of me.
You're looking at. I see you're looking at things.
No, I'm on my Facebook.
Okay.
That was supposed to be good, but it was a flop.
We've seen a lot of them. We have seen a lot, especially this past couple months. That we were surprised that it only did 15 million and it should have done 60 million or something.
I should go back and look at the movie listings.
Well, that would be one way to cheat. Yes.
Yeah, but I can't tell you which ones.
Well, you're ahead right now, so it doesn't matter. She hasn't named one yet. Playmobil, that's two. Now it's your turn.
Playmobil, did we see? Yeah, we saw that one.
Yep.
The Mule.
That was last year.
Well, you said within the past year.
No, 2019. It's 2019.
Yeah.
Nope, that was put out last year.
Oh.
There's a bunch of them. We saw a bunch of them. You should have this down pat.
I've seen too many.
You have seen a lot.
I mean, I saw at least 52.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Name them. Name any of them. Name something you saw in the
Aladdin.
No. You name something you saw in the past 3 months. That is a flop. That's not a flop. It's anything but a flop.
I've seen too many. That's why I can't do this.
Last Christmas
was not a flop.
It's got to be on this list. Nope.
But see, that's why when there's more than three, I can't do it.
I'll give a hint if you think you would know what it is too.
Possibly.
Okay. 3 women.
Charlie's Angels.
You got a point. All right, I'll give you another hint.
Charlie's Angels was a flop?
Yes.
No.
What about
No.
Okay,
no.
Charlie's Angels did did 17.5 million domestically. They spent
Lopez in it.
They spent 48 million. That's a flop.
The movie we saw that had Jennifer Lopez in it.
The porno movie.
Hustler.
Yeah.
Is that on this list? It might be. Let me see here. It is not on this list. All right, I'll give you another hint. I don't think you saw this one, so I'm not going to... I saw this one, but... so this one, I'm sure you didn't see it. All right, we just saw this animated movie recently, and we saw it after Frozen came out. It's real recent.
That's Playmobil.
Maybe we didn't see this one. It was an animated movie that came out the week after Frozen.
I have no idea.
And it was a cold movie like Frozen.
Abominable?
And there's a...
Snow Dogs?
It is close to Snow Dogs. It is... Arctic Dogs. All right. That's what, 3 for you?
Something like that.
3-1.
What about the Firehouse?
There was one that
Playing with Fire?
Yeah.
That wasn't a flop.
That didn't flop. There was one.
I'm just thinking of movies.
There's a question. There was a movie that the name of the movie was a question, and it had a female's name at the end.
Where's the net? Or something like that?
It's something like that, but it's not that. Where'd you
go, Joe?
Joe.
Is that a female?
Short for Joanne.
No. Where'd you go?
Bernadette.
Bernadette. There you go. 3-2. Man, I'm doing a lot of work for this.
I told you I've seen too many movies. I cannot remember them all.
This next one was a Avengers movie.
Captain Marvel.
Captain America.
No, I'm sorry, X-Men movie. X-Men.
Wolverine.
That came out 2 years ago. And it was like the rising of something. And it was nighttime. I might as well give it away. No. X-Men. It was nighttime. What's another word for night?
Dark. Dark night.
And what's another rising bird?
Dark.
I just go to the movies to watch. I don't remember names. Rising bird. They all fly.
Falcon.
It starts with a F.
Ferret. Dark Eagle.
Dark Phoenix.
There you go. All right. How about
this is hard.
An Arnold movie that came out? Terminator
2. Or after the last, whatever it's called. Yeah, the last Terminator movie.
It was nighttime, so it was Terminator.
Dark.
Terminator.
Dark.
And if you sometimes you say that it happens because of
Dark Fate.
There you go. Terminator, Dark Fate. Charlie's Angels. Let's see here. Oh, how about there was a movie out with 3 women who were in Hell's Kitchen, and no, 3 women in Hell's Kitchen who took over a mob.
Oh, crap.
Did I see
Nope,
that
it's
one?
not that. It's not crap.
I didn't see that one.
It was actually a good movie.
No, him and I saw it.
Had
Tiffany
Haddish. Had the big girl I like. She's not as big as she
Queen
used to be.
Latifah.
No, she was white girl.
Oh, Melissa
McCarthy is in it. And the other girl
I know which one you're talking about. Damn, what's the name of that?
Well, if I told you, you'd...
Because she was like the protege.
It was really a good movie, too.
It was like pickpocketing.
And it's a shame because that one didn't do as well as it should have.
Damn, what is the name of that movie? I can see it.
That's what I'm asking.
The Hustler.
No, that's what she said. You just said what she said.
Because it also had Anne Hathaway in it.
Is that who the other one was? Okay, so that's
Yes.
the third one. Okay.
I can see that movie.
I'll go on. Next one. There was a movie with Will Smith.
Oh, I think
That we were trying to decide if his son was in it or
Guy or twins or whatever that name is.
It's a zodiac sign.
Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini Man.
You both said it at the same time. The one that
Queen and Slim. Is Queen and Slim on there? The one we saw?
let me take a look. It is not. I don't know how well that did. Well, we're talking about if they spent more than they made, basically.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, pretty much that's it. All right, I'll give you some. We'll give it up. Replicas, which is a movie that was a DC movie that I saw, was actually a good movie. It did 9.2 million. They spent 30 million on it. The Sun is also a star. They 56. They did. It was 6.7 million they made on it. The $9 million budget. The Goldfinch, they did 10 million worldwide. They spent 45 million. Arctic Dogs, 6.7 million. They spent 61 million. They got 10% of their money back. Captive State, 6.8 million. They spent 25 million. Where'd You Go, Bernadette? That's 10.1 million. They spent 20 million. Serenity, I don't even know if we saw that one. I don't think we saw that one. They spent they made 14 million, spent 25. Dark Phoenix, they did 200. They actually made their money back overall. They spent 200 million on it, and they got 250 million back. So it looked really bad because that first weekend they really didn't do well. Terminator, they did 61 million domestically, which 258 million worldwide, and they spent 185 million on it. Charlie's Angels, they did 17.5 million domestically, 55 million worldwide. They got spent 48 million.
The Kitchen.
Yeah. They spent 15.9 million worldwide, and it was 38 million for the budget. Gemini Man, they spent 138 million. They did 48.5 million. Ugly Dolls. Do you remember that one?
No.
We didn't see it. It just was a big. It was like Trolls.
Oh, okay.
The kid that would be king was another one. The Beach Bum. Miss Bala.
Was that the Matthew McConaughey one, the beach bum? No.
I don't know if we saw it or not.
Okay.
We may have seen it. He had one that he did that was like the beach bum, but I don't know what it was called. I don't think it was called that. Miss Bala. That had my girl in it.
Okay.
Hellboy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Palms. Token. And then honorable mention was Playmobil.
Wow.
So, I mean, these are just some of the movies that they just tanked. They didn't do what they expected them to do. And so there you go. That was, okay, what do we got here? All right. I have a choice of, we could either do...
Make it easy, because I can't think.
Well, that was our game.
No.
Our game is done now. I can delete that. That had its own... All right. Well, I had some Tesla stuff that's pretty cool. Tesla is the Tesla 3 is, where do you think it lands as far as popularity in today's motor field?
Probably within the top
5.
I'd say at least within the top 10.
It is within the top 10. It's number 9. That's pretty darn good for a company that only has 3 cars. But yes, it was number 9 in top 10 vehicles last year. So I am very happy about that, because being a Tesla owner, I want to see them succeed. And, you know, I'm very happy to see them. We'll have that. We'll talk about that in our next Tesla meeting. So, let's see here. Where is... Oh, okay. Here's the game I want to play. I knew there was another game I want to play. Here is the game. It is a Tesla with summons. The question is, I'm going to stop the film, stop the video, and you have to determine whether or not the Tesla...
A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about Tesla Smart Summon and its obstacle avoidance. I went down to a local parking lot and I set up a bunch of obstacles.
So the guy set up
things like cups and pylons, and
he did this. Freaking A! I keep trying to do this, and these ads pop up. Okay, so before he did the cups, and would it see the cups or would it not see the cups?
No.
Well, that's not one of the questions. That is something he tried already.
Ran the Tesla through a bunch of tests to see what it would avoid, what it might hit, and how it would react to obstacles in its way. Now that video is linked below, but from it, I got a lot of good feedback from you guys about what I should test next.
Here we go.
So today I went back for another round of testing. I brought a bunch more objects with me, but this time I had a twist. I wanted to see how a Tesla might react when the objects presented in front of it, all these obstacles, were moving. And after a day of testing, here's what I found out.
We have a bunch of moving objects, and we're going to be throwing them in front of the car while it's on Smart Summon to see how the car might react. We have small items from a golf ball.
Is there a what?
A deer.
I do not think he did that. I don't think he threw a deer at it.
Okay.
All the way up in size to what is supposed to be a fake shopping cart. First Smart Summon test.
Okay, so shopping cart or this basket. Would the Tesla see it?
Yes.
And what will it do? Will it run into
It'll stop.
Or will it stop?
It'll stop.
Okay, here we go.
Got the Smart Summon app ready. We got our fake shopping cart. I'm going to Smart Summon the car, and I'm going to start rolling this shopping cart in front of the car, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, whoa! So
that was so cool.
Holy crap!
The car stopped.
I thought it was going to hit it.
See it.
The car stopped just before, let the shopping cart go, and then tried to find its way out. We're going to try it again now, just to make sure it wasn't a fluke.
Whoa!
It did hit it that time.
The car stopped for the shopping cart.
Oh my God.
We got a bunch of balloons. They kind of look like a tree branch or something, and we're going to put the balloons over here, I got a string, and this string, I'm going to go onto the other side of the road. While the Smart Summon comes in between, I'm going to pull the balloons in front, drag them across, and see if Smart Summon recognizes it and stops for it.
Okay, question. Do you think he'll see that?
No.
No, I don't think. If it's on the ground, no.
Well, he's going to pull it across in front of the car. Still no?
No.
It might.
No, you got to have a yes or no. Question
If he gets
is,
it up in front of the car, then yes, it'll stop.
you got to say yes or no.
She did. She said yes.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Here we go.
Because she said it. It'll stop. You're right. It did stop.
That shows how smart this car is.
6 little dollar store balloons, 7 of them maybe. Some of them popped, but the car stopped when this got close enough. All right, the moving shopping cart.
Basketball. Will it stop or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, here we go.
And the moving balloons passed. Now we got a basketball. We're going to work our way down in size. We're going to do 2 tests here. We're going to do a bounce test because the sensors on the car might not be able to pick up the ball if it's just rolling along the ground. And then we're going to just do a rolling test afterwards to see what the sensors pick up. All right, here we go. Smart Summon with the basketball.
Here we go.
Oh, not pick up the basketball, bouncing in front of the car.
So you were both wrong, I think, right? Okay. What about now? Where it's
If
gonna
it's rolling?
Rolling.
No.
Oh, okay. It hit the ball, but it stopped.
Okay, that was the
first time it didn't even stop. All right, now we're going to do a basketball test where we roll the basketball.
Now it's the roll.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No.
Okay.
Ball in front of the car. It's a little bit higher than that front fender, so we'll see exactly what it picks up and if it stops.
It flattened it.
And there goes the ball. Oh my god. This is how you get views, bro. This is content.
Broke the ball. Next up, we got a soccer ball. It's not really pumped, but we're going to throw the ball in front of the car anyways. This time we're going to try and throw it a little faster than the basketball. It's not really going to bounce as well as the basketball will. So we'll see if throwing it above in front of the
All right, let's
sensors
see.
will get the car to stop. Here it comes.
Second test. I don't think it was a fair test, though, because the way he threw it, it was above sensors.
Yeah.
And I thought he should have thrown it lower. It still may not have stopped, but it would have been a real test rather than, because you're simulating a kid playing out in the street.
Right.
So that's what he's trying to simulate.
Now, we have a bit of a smaller item.
No.
What we're going to try and do, since this is
That'll
pretty
go right
soft, it's not
underneath
going to really make any damage. I'm going to try and toss this onto the car in front of the sensors and see if an impact doesn't hurt the Smart Summon. See if it stops when the ball collides with the front fender. It's not going to be much, but it'll be something.
Now that's where you stop the car and you get out and beat it to it.
So we've tested the big basketball, we tested the soccer ball, and the small basketball. This was the last thing that the car was able to detect. It didn't detect the soccer ball, it did not detect the small basketball, and it only detected this when we rolled it in front of the car. So I don't think it's going to detect either the baseballs or the golf balls, so it's really not worth testing.
So now let's break down the things we learned
So
from
you got
today.
Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you'd like that.
I'm glad there were no deer in that video.
There were no deer killed in that video. All right, well, I guess that's it. That's it for the year.
Wow.
So,
Happy New Year.
yeah, it'll be
2020.
The following program contains scenes and language of a...
So, all right, well, I hope you guys have a good Christmas.
Thank you. You as well, sir.
I will definitely...
New Year's resolution.
What's that?
Nothing. Did
Which-
you hear what I said, Mom?
I have no idea what she said.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you said either. Coward.
New Year's resolution.
Oh.
That's first show of the new year.
Yeah, because I...
Didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
You did what
should have
what
said
we
something to me about that. I would have put that in there.
You said about what were you thankful for Thanksgiving? New
Yes.
Year's resolution.
I don't believe in them. Mostly because I don't even think about it. All right. I guess it's time to go. I want to thank you guys for listening in.
Adios,
And what is it? I want to do this. Is it still there? I don't know if it's there. May have not been there anymore. Rats. Oh, that might be it. No, that's not. Okay, well, it will be now. Oh, shoot, it doesn't have the whole thing. Oh, no. I went and closed the input that had the input. That sucks. Well, there it is. Okay, now I'll put it in again. Now it should be right. I don't see it, though. I don't see it. Oh, well. I guess I could make it small again. All right. I'll talk to you guys next year. And hope you all have a safe New Year's and all that. So.
Frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.